West of the NBA last night. Let's take a look at it. Starting with Luka Doncic and the Lakers hosting the Rockets. Doncic steps back, nailed the three, 15 first quarter points. Then later in the third quarter, Doncic drives right through the heart of the defense for the Rockets. He'd have 39 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists, and the Lakers win 140-109 and clinch that third seed in the West.
How about Anthony Davis? Mavericks wraps. This is the first quarter. Davis rocking the rim. Mavs increase their lead, and then he kicks it out to P.J. Washington. He knocks down that one. And then how about some defense? Rejecting that one. 23-12, 10 assists, 7 blocks for AD.
Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets at home facing the Grizzlies. Jokic zips a pass to Peyton Watson for a dunk. Nuggets cut the deficit to 10. Then Jokic gets the rebound, gets it to Russell Westbrook, gets it back for the easy basket. Jokic will have 26 points, 16 rebounds, and 13 assists. Nuggets win at 117-109.
How about the Beard Clippers taking on Sacramento Kings? James Harden laying it in, that lovely left. That cut the Clippers deficit to 3, fourth quarter. Harden again. Look at that, throwing that dime. Clippers win it 101-100. Harden, a triple-double, 23, 11, and 10 assists.
Well, still a lot to play for out west. The Timberwolves could finish 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th, or 8th, depending on how things play out on Sunday. The Warriors could finish either 6th or 7th, but cannot climb above 6th. The Grizzlies are locked into the play-in tournament, but they could finish either 7th or 8th. We now welcome in our NBA analyst Quentin Richardson right now to the show. And now that the Grizzlies are locked into the plan, what concerns do you have for Memphis heading into the playoffs?
Hey, I mean, my first concern is that they fired their coach abruptly toward the end of the season. To me, I don't know how they gained that chemistry with a coach this late in the season, and he's untested in playoff situations. So that's one issue for me, that they have a brand new coach. They fired their Taylor Jenkins, who was a great coach for them. He's gone. Then they have defensive depth issues. They injured Brandon Clark, had a season-ending injury last weekend, which put Zach Edey as the lone big for them in the front court. Then they lost Zion Pullen and Jalen Wells to injuries as well. That hurts them defensively on the perimeter. Thirdly, they have poor records against the good teams. I mean, that's not good. They 500, under 5. They 11-20 against teams above 500. Also, they 1-6 against the Warriors and Clippers. Those are teams they could very well see coming out of that play-in. So that's a problem for me.
Yeah, you fire your coach just weeks before the playoffs. It just feels like you're giving up on the postseason when you make a move like that. Meanwhile, the Lakers scored a season-high 140 points against the Rockets to lock up that 3 seed. What are your expectations for LeBron and company in the postseason?
I mean, I'm not as confident as I was last time.
Oh, man.
They've been getting taken advantage of a little bit defensively. Then LeBron with a little groin injury last night. We have to keep a real close eye on that because he just missed a week or two with that. So I don't know. I think they still have the star power to get it done, but defensively they scare me right now. They've shown that they can be taken advantage of with people picking on and attacking Luke in the pick and roll and picking him out. And they're just not as strong in the middle as I would like them to be for a big man to protect the paint. So that shows weaknesses for me. So I'm undecided on how far they can go. They still have the greatness of Luke and LeBron though, so that's a major plus for them.
Yeah, you can score as many points as you want, but I'm not gonna lie, Q, defense will always win championships for me. ESPN Bet gives the Lakers the 5th best chance to win the NBA championship at
1. It is the Wild Wild West. So the Lakers clinched the 3 seed, and the Grizzlies are locked into the play-in, but the rest is all up in the air. Let's look at what's at stake now for tomorrow. Assuming the Timberwolves and Nuggets both win, that puts Denver at 4. Then it comes down to the Warriors and Clippers. If the Warriors win, they are 6th, and the Clippers are 7th. If the Clippers win, then they get the 5 seed, and the Warriors would drop to 7.
As NBA analyst Quentin Richardson is with us now to help us get ready for this wild regular season finale. So let's focus on Sunday's most impactful game. That would be the Warriors and the Clippers. And Q, you are obviously known as a shooter. Back in the day, you've seen this thumb injury. It's something that Steph didn't miss any time with earlier in the season, but it is recurring. What are your thoughts about how that may or may not affect him?
I mean, I take Steph's word for it. He said that he was going to be okay, but my concern with it is that when it's on a shooting hand and that's your dominant hand, you use that hand to reach, to do different things, and it easily can be re-injured exactly how he did in this play. It's just a wacky kind of thing, and we use our hands so much trying to get still, trying to be in the pass lane, doing different things, and it's going to be out there. He's wearing a bandage. You know what I'm saying? So it's a situation where I'm watching that to see if he gets a hit here or there, a hit anytime, because that pain, once it comes, like you said, it rings and it hurts really bad when it first happens. So if it gets it again, it could be tough.
Yeah, he did talk about that as a fresh pain. He mentioned that a couple of times. Let's talk about the Clippers. They're a really trendy pick to come out of the West, right? All of a sudden, everybody's talking about the Clippers because they've won 7 in a row. They've won 17 of their last 20. Kawhi Leonard is healthy. What's their ceiling if that stays the case?
Listen, Hannah, I feel like their ceiling, they can make a deeper run and possibly make it out of the West and go into the finals. I mean, when you look at how this team is built, James Harden has been an all-star, all-NBA player this entire season. And then you go and you add Kawhi Leonard playing at an all-star level. He was player of the week last week, and he's putting up big numbers, looking like the Kawhi that we know and love. You got Norman Powell, who actually led the team in scoring. And then their X factor to me is Zubac. Big Zoo down there is a monster. He is a high rebound double-double every night and a monster on the inside. And they fill it out with a good veteran and a nice bench to complement everything. And T. Lue is one of the best coaches in the league.
Yeah, I mean, they're constructed really well. It would be nice to see James Harden take the level of play that he has in the regular season and really translate that for an entire playoff run. That would be great to see and obviously critical for the Clippers. Warriors, by the way, are favored by 4.5 tomorrow. Q, you're the best.
The Rockets, they'll take on the Lakers tonight, and this will be a rubber match of the season series. The teams have split their first 2 matchups, with each team winning their home game so far. That is the backdrop for tonight's meeting. So for more on this game, our reporter covering the Lakers, Dave McMenamin, joins us. Dave, how are the Lakers approaching tonight's matchup with this as a potential second-round series?
Yeah, Malik, I'm not even sure we can call them the Rockets tonight because Houston is resting everyone from Dylan Brooks, Alperen Sengun, Jabari Smith Jr., Fred VanVleet, Amen Thompson. They're all out of the lineup. So the Lakers need to be on high alert because they've had some letdown games in the second half of the season. They lost to Utah. They lost to Charlotte. They lost to Brooklyn. They lost to Chicago twice. I know they were better than the other 3 teams I mentioned, but still sub 500. And they can't just look at the Rockets tonight and say, oh, this is a guaranteed win, because if they mess around and don't win the game, then you're talking about a true must-win on Sunday in Portland in order to secure the 3 seed. And I know the Lakers have gone 10-7 against the top teams in the West. That is certainly a testament to what they can do when they play their best. But when they don't bring their A game, they've gotten themselves into some trouble this year. So I was talking to Dorian Finney-Smith in Dallas the other night about this, and he said, listen, we're just talking about we got to stay locked in to get one more win, and then we're buying ourselves a couple extra days rest. We can play the end of the bench guys in Portland on Sunday and really use the next 9-10 days to get ready for our first round opponent.
Yeah, this is one of those games you can't look ahead. You can't overlook your opponent no matter who is out on the floor. So we'll hold the pause, if you will, until after this game is finished. Dave McMenamin, thank you so much for stopping by FBA today. Y'all had to be on our show yesterday. The Lakers, they're 1 win away from being able to clinch the Pacific Division, or a Clippers loss tonight would also secure that spot. JJ Redick would be the first rookie head coach to win the division with the Lakers since Pat Riley did it in 81-82. That really sets the tone for Los Angeles heading into the postseason. But when you look at the Western Conference, bringing back in Perk and DDJ here, I'm going to start with you on this one, Perk. Who's the best matchup, do you think, for the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round?
I think the best matchup for the Lakers would most likely be the Denver Nuggets, to be honest with you.
I kind of agree.
With all they going through, I feel like